Now I gotta ride or die.
So guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are updating you guys on the 106. Now, I'm going to go through a couple of things before I do show you the car, because of course, this is a very funny thing to put on this channel and on the internet and show you guys, but I'm going to be, again, very transparent as I am in every video of what I'm doing to this car, the process we're going through, and everything in between. Now, obviously, down to the COVID-19 malarkey that's happening at the moment, I am really social distancing myself from everybody that is around and what's going on. So at the moment, we're actually filming this when the sort of lockdown is surpassed in theory. And obviously this is my job, so I'm more than happy and allowed to go out and actually film stuff. So just making that very clear at the start of the video. Unfortunately, I have not come at the crucial parts of the respray, mainly because I wasn't leaving the house, so I didn't want to, you know, use the lockdown as an excuse to go out and sort of film stuff. So I'm just making that very clear at the start of the video. So we're actually jumping very far forward into the future with this one, because the car has actually already gone to the spray booth, which is next door. It has been sprayed, and then it's come back into the unit that you first saw it in. So unfortunately, I couldn't grab any actual pictures or video of it in the spray booth. So that we could all blame COVID-19 for that one. But the main thing is the car is resprayed. It is sat at a state where I want to show you exactly how much work has been done and how much work is going to happen in the next couple of well, it's about a week away from actually being physically picked up, this thing. So what I'll do is, again, I'll go completely around the car, try and share with you exactly what's going on and all of the knowledge that I'm sort of picking up during the process. Again, gonna point out, start the video in that this is, in fact, not a nut and bolt, bumpers off respray. This is what I would believe to be a blowover. Now, people could say that that's a very cheap way of doing it. I think the car didn't need all the bumpers and everything blowing off. So, in my opinion, spending that money to do a complete nut and bolt, bumpers off, mirrors, doors, glass, everything, wasn't worth it. So, I'm going to point that out, and I've pointed that out many times in the videos. Anyway, I just want to make sure I'm covering myself, because at the end of the day, a lot of time, effort, money, work has gone into this, and I don't want to be hated just for not taking the bumpers off a car that didn't need the bumpers taken off. So here we go. I'm going to start from this side, which was the initial bad side, and this is the driver's side. Now guys, you may remember what this actually looked like, but I'll go panel to panel and show you guys what's going on. Now, we will start here. Now this one is slightly buffed, but this isn't the finished result. This is what I believe to be on its second or third stage of actually being polished back and just making sure the guys in here are happy. Now I'm going to go on to the driver's door, because if you guys remember, this is where most of the brunt of the damage was. This whole side was completely damaged, basically the whole way down the swage line, all the bottom of the door and the rear quarter. And as you can see, the door itself is in absolutely mint condition. Again, actually physically showing you the car a couple of days after it coming out, so there is a lot of build-up of sanding materials and cutting materials and stuff. It is very dirty. This is not the finished result, but I'm going to show you guys, very transparent on this channel. So mirrors are actually up there, so they're done and they're ready to go on once this door and this side is ready to go. You've got all the pillar and that, it's all up down here. We'll show you this part, because again, this was the severely damaged part, and it's, again, I can try and show you as much as I can off camera, but it is absolutely mint now. Again, this was the hardest part to get done. This is what took a little bit more time, because there was so much damage. Pulling it out, slightly filling, you know, the bits that needed filling, again, not filling the car completely to cover up any of the dents, because of course I'm putting this on video, so it needs to be proper, and I don't want to half-ass this job. So all of the kit and that is happy. Again, I didn't want to take the kit off. I don't see the point in taking it all off. I'd looked sort of around as much as I could and noticed that there was no need to take it off, so I don't want to spend the money on the new clips and pulling it all off, and the body shop taking the time, spending more money, blah blah. it's just not worth it. So for me, this is the way I wanted to do it. Now we will come round to, we'll start on the roof actually. Now the roof hasn't really been touched since coming out. It's had a couple of goes over with the 1500, which is where they're starting at the moment with the sanding. So that's really what you're seeing at the moment is the 1500 grit sand going over with a 2000 after to just bring a little bit back. They will go on to another 2 stages of sanding and then obviously the initial polishing at the end of all of this. So where we're really finding this is that's slightly been polished, the front. All of this is sort of first or second stage, and so is the rear. As you guys can see, it's been cleaned off and stuff, but they're starting to work up here on the boot and stuff, and this side, and the spoiler is all being sorted with the 1500 and then the 2000 straight after. So obviously a 3000 and, you know, a couple of stages during the sanding after this, and then the initial polishing. But here's the best bit. Now there's one side, the other side, rear quarter, little bit like the C pillar is actually pretty much finished. So I'm going to let you guys, if you got to this point, we're about 6 minutes into the video, you will see exactly why I did it this way and how good it's going to look. I am so hyped for this. You have no idea. I literally just seen it a minute ago and I was like, oh my God, it looks brand new. Anyway, this is what it's going to look like when it's all done. Again, this is not done. It needs washing, it needs flattening again, it needs polishing again, but this is what we're working with for the finished result. This is what it's going to look like. So I'll try and show you guys as much as I can again, because again, this is not finished whatsoever. There's still lines in there, there's still buff marks, there's still loads of stuff, but look at the state of that. You can literally see that ladder in it right there. That is how clean, crisp, and just unbelievable this car is going to look at the end of this. And going forward, we have obviously the other parts that haven't got to this stage, but look at that. Oh my God, it just looks insane. I'll try and come back a little bit. I need to show you this because wow, look at the color depth and the shine. Again, this is not finished whatsoever. So there is a couple more stages to go on this and every other part of the 106. But yeah, you can see what we're working with and how hyped I am about this. And you can sort of see why, at the end of the day, I didn't need to blow this thing apart. I needed the color to come back like this. And that's what we've achieved. Everything else is fine underneath, and it's fine under the body kit and stuff. So I don't need to take all that off, making it very clear. Front door, again, at the point where it's had 2 revisions or stages of sanding. Again, door handle and all that sort of stuff. Again, the mirror cap is just up there, so they've been done and they are ready to go. Front arch as well has been done to the point where second lot of sanding will come in. But again, the shine is pretty much already there, so really, really happy with that. Again, everything that's been taken off, like the indicators came off, the boot locks, the door handles, everything came off and then went back on. So the smaller parts definitely came off, like the badge is still off. All of that came off, and then it's all gone back on before I could get here, unfortunately. So pointing that out very, very clearly. The front, again, I'll show you this part, because this is, you know, a couple of stages in, this isn't. So this is what they're working with when it actually comes out of the body shop or out of the spray booth, is the actual colour. It's sort of like, it looks orange on camera, it just looks very faded red in person. But as you can see, this is what we're really going to be working with. Again, this isn't actually a finished part, but this is the sort of finish we're going to get. And this is the stage that most of it's at. Again, this has the washer jets that need to go back in. So, you know, a few bits need to go back in, but everything that's at a stage where it just needs polishing back is, in fact, fitted back to the car. So that's really good. The front bumper, again, is at the first or second stage. I've actually been done. I'll show you guys. That's why the badge is still out. So yeah, front bumper, very, very happy with that. But again, all of this will be washed off. It will be completely cleaned out. I'm actually going to probably take it home after this. I think I'm going to do sort of a at-home last little finishing touches of cleaning it out. Again, I don't want to overstretch the body shop. I know it sounds really, really stupid, but I do like to do things myself. So all of the little bits that need to be done, I'm going to go and do at home, like getting all of the stuff out of here and that, just stuff like that. I just want to help the body shop out, and plus it gives more content for you guys and something for me to do. So really happy. I'm going to leave you guys with that shot, and that should give you a bit more of an insight as to what it looks like at the moment, and then what it's going to look like. Look at the state of that. Insane. So there we go, guys. The car is probably, I'd say, a week away, maybe 3 or 4 days of polishing away from actually coming home, and it'd be fully DA back, and the respray will be finished, or the blowover, whatever you want to call this. But this was the most effective way of me actually painting this car. Again, I did not want to go, you know, mad on respraying a nut and bolt, you know, 106 GTI with 150,000 miles on it. Very transparent at the end of the day, but taking everything off this car would have taken ages. I don't have the money for a body shop to take all of the parts off. So yeah, I hope you guys understand that. It's a very good way of getting the color back. More than anything, that's initially why I did this, and fixing the damage on the other side. That was what it was all about. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you on the next one.